No. Oh, dang, it's hot.
Some dramatic new images out of Lahaina, Hawaii tonight, showing residents in a desperate race to escape the flames as the fire raged through the streets there. The wildfires in Maui, now the deadliest in the United States in more than a century, and right now people are still desperately searching for their missing loved ones.
Right now we know the fires have killed at least 96 people. Emergency management officials say the death toll is expected to rise. Search crews continue to make their way through the town of Lahaina, which had a population of 13,000 people. Hawaii Governor Josh Green says 2,200 buildings were damaged or destroyed in West Maui. 86% of those were homes. As crews continue to search for the missing, a massive effort is underway to get aid to those who were impacted.
This is a marathon. It's not a sprint. This disaster the recovery time will be quite long. And so I think those of you who, have not donated yet, there's still time. But I think every day we're trying to get better and more efficient to make sure that people who need things are getting it.
Federal officials say more than 3,000 people in Maui have registered for various kinds of federal assistance, and that number is expected to grow. Right now, FEMA is distributing aid, including one-time payments of $700, and that's just to help people pay for critical and immediate needs. The Biden administration is also launching a transitional shelter program for those who have lost their homes.
And getting help to the people who need it, of course, is a massive undertaking.
We're joined right now by Hawaii Representative Jill Tokuda, who is in Hawaii right now. Good evening, Congresswoman, I should say, Tokuda. Thank you so much for joining us. We know that you're in Honolulu, which is on Oahu, so let's talk about the efforts to get help to people on Maui.
With this entire state, we're heartbroken. Whether you live on Maui or not, we all have a connection there. We have family, we have friends, we have memories. And I can tell you it was absolutely devastating to walk through the town of Lahaina this past weekend and see it just burnt to the ground. And knowing that while we had so many people trying to get back home, get back into the place they love, to even grapple with what was left, it's heartbreaking to know that there are still some there who never made it out and never left. And we have the hard work in front of us to make sure everyone gets home one way or the other.
So what are the biggest challenges crews are facing at this point, now that we're, days into this? So what's the biggest need, or what's the biggest thing that the crews really need at this point on the ground?
Well, there's two sets of need for the survivors, the victims in all of this. It's literally basically looking at food and shelter, plans for the future. Where will their children be able to go to school? Where will they live? You will not be looking at permanent housing in the near future. It will literally be transitional housing. And then how will you rebuild back home? So the most basic of necessities, including mental health. This is a tragedy. This is a trauma that so many have gone through, and we have to address all of these things. On the front lines right there in Lahaina, there are so many challenges just to be able to, one, find the missing, to really respectfully comb through the rubble. That, literally we have cars that were burnt down, metal melted. Right there, you can imagine the heat. You still have structures. When you look at the video, there are still some structures standing. And while that could be seen as a good thing, trying to actually go through that safely to be able to find remains makes that extra difficult. FEMA was saying that's actually the harder part that they're seeing in this fire is we have structures that remain, and you have to consider the safety of even going near it or in it to be able to look for potential human remains. So there are challenges on all fronts that we have to deal with. Right now, we just want to make sure that people can find out what happened to their loved ones, hopefully be reunited with their loved ones, and then their basic needs met: food, shelter, connectivity to one another, mental health, educating their children, making people feel somewhat okay in what is absolutely a devastating tragedy.
Congresswoman Tokuda, our hearts are with you and everyone in your state. We appreciate you joining us, and we just know that our thoughts and our support is with you through all of this. And to that point, tonight, thousands of our viewers have been stepping in to help out with this tragedy.
And KCRA 3 is teaming up with the Red Cross to raise money for families who have been impacted by the wildfires in Maui. KCRA 3's Golston Dart was in the Situation Room learning more about how your donations are helping. And we also looked at ways to protect your family from wildfires. And take a look at this. Thanks to your generosity, we have received more than $834,000 in donations, and that number is still going up. More than 4,800 of you have already donated, and we appreciate those donations so much. You can continue to make donations over the phone until 11:30 tonight. And there are 3 ways that you can donate. You can scan the QR code right now at the bottom of your screen. You can text Hawaii to 90999, or you can call 855-337-4483. Again, those phone lines are open until 11:30 tonight. We also have all of this information on the KCRA 3 website with a link to get you to that page. So again, plenty of time to still get those donations in.